Welcome to Unlocking Lake County with Dick Barr, where Dick unlocks your doors to everything happening in the community and tells you how you can use that to your real estate advantage. And now, here's your host, Dick Barr.
Welcome back, Lake County. This has been one heck of a week since our last appearance here at 98.3 FM, The Life in Round Lake Beach. This is your host, Dick Barr. I'm here with for Unlocking Lake County with my beautiful co-host, Christin Kaufman.
Hello, hello.
Oh, what was that? This frog got under the table there.
Hello, everybody.
There we go. That's better. And then, of course, back in the studio after a wondrous trip up north with the snowmobiles is Sly Marinca.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Good to be back.
Yeah, tell us about the snowmobile trip.
Awesome. Epic trip. Went up to, we got a group of 10 guys. We rented an Airbnb just outside of Munising, a little bit southeast of Munising, tiny little town called Shingleton, Michigan. Got up there, and the lake effect snow was in effect. Epic. I mean,
no pun intended.
Just dumping snow. We had 3 days. In fact, last Monday we did our biggest ride ever. We did 300 miles in one day.
Wow.
It was that good. We couldn't get enough. So
good.
Freezing cold.
Okay.
Definitely freezing. But lake effect snow was just so much fun to ride. And I mean, you felt like you were plowed the whole time. Just beautiful scenery. Not super crowded. When temperatures get down to the minus 20, 30, 40 degree range, people can stay home.
Oh, wow.
So not us. So
well, they make very warm clothes.
Yeah, absolutely. Very minor breakdown one guy had to leave him behind the back, and some other guys went and got him with trailer. But other than that, pretty uneventful, beautiful, great time away.
Where you go?
Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Wherever there's snow, time was central. But we go west, we go east. Where there's snow.
That's where you're at?
We chase snow.
And
That's
if you don't get snow,
exactly.
That's all I like up there.
Oh, I love
the trails are awesome.
the last 2 years they have not had snow. It's been very even in Aqua, running under Eagle River, the trails in Douglas County.
Market, trying to have some of those pre-conversations getting set up for selling. Everyone's just kind of not quite as desperate, not quite as let's go as previous seasons, I feel like, but still very interested. Playing with the camera.
I'm having a heck of a time getting it to move over to the right spot on you. Sorry.
That's all right.
It's going to be 50 degrees tomorrow. Do you think that's going to help? I think that usually it always seems like whenever that first warm weekend happens, people are like, oh, well, wait.
It's like,
spring is right around the corner.
I kind of forgot that spring is coming. Yeah, absolutely. Plus, like, we're just past the precipice of like the constant darkness from the winter, so we're starting to have it be a little bit lighter, a little bit later, and I think people are just kind of starting to de-thaw, a little bit, or thaw, and come out of hibernation.
And I always remember when I first started, the rule of thumb was Super Bowl weekend. That's when the spring market officially started. That's what all the realtors said. That's what all the but then I don't think so. I think it could start sooner than that. If we have a 50-degree day and you're going to see people out walking their dogs, people get excited and it's coming. It's here.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I think that might help us.
Oh, well, we could start thinking about moving. You know, the snow starts melting. They're looking at their yard. They're not that excited about it anymore. They're ready to sell. They're ready to move on to the next thing. Willing to go to open houses. I think that makes a huge impact on even just a willingness to walk into open houses because you're willing to step outside of your freezing cold car.
Yeah. We know Danielle had one this weekend. It was pretty well attended.
Yeah.
People were like and it was freezing. It was cold.
It was cold. Right.
I mean, not as bad as it could be, but it was pretty.
Well, that's kind of what I mean. I mean, cold like relatively, right? So like it's not in the negative 40s right now. It's not colder now than it is in Mars, like it has been in the past in January.
I was just talking to Holly this morning. Like yesterday, it was 44 degrees on my car. On the thermometer. But you get outside, it was freezing. When it was 10 and sunny without wind, it felt great. 44 yesterday with that wind, it was frigid. I couldn't take it.
Right.
Okay, we got a big show today. We're going to talk about a lot of things. We're going to start crossing all kinds of paths, some places we don't usually go, but we're going to do it. We're going to get a little political today. We're going to talk about, because there's been a lot of changes. A lot of changes coming down the road. And we don't even see them coming in some cases, and they're creating some, like a combination of the changes themselves, the reporting of the changes, the misreporting of the changes, how people are responding to that, because none of this exists in a vacuum. And this is all going to have an effect. There's questions about interest rates. There's questions about, what happens if mass deportations start happening and all landlords are holding these leases for tens of homes, hundreds of homes, thousands of homes. What's that going to mean to inventory? What's that going to mean to renters? What's it going to mean to buyers, sellers? Is it going to be more inventory, less inventory? Or are buyers going to sit on the sideline like, wait, we don't know what's happening. We're not going to make that act. So I want to get into all that and what I see as possible consequences or, positive outcomes. So we're going to get into that, and then we're going to double down on our what has turned into a successful segment we have called Unlocking the Mysteries of Lake County. And this week, we're going to go deep back into the potential haunted history of Blarney Island, one of my favorite places. You spent a lot of time there, Sly.
Yeah. Yep.
How about you, Kristen?
I've gone there a couple of times.
Just a couple. You lived here all your life, right?
Yeah. I've always had a good time. I'm someone who, like, once I'm done being somewhere, I'm done being somewhere. So that whole having to wait in line for the ferry and then having to get all the way, like that, just
that's
to
the
me,
key.
it really triggers my patience.
You're taking the loser cruiser.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I don't have a boat.
Got to get a friend with a boat.
Got to get a friend with a boat.
Yeah, no. So that's always been. It's kind of just triggered my impatience, where I'm like, get me off of this island. I want to go home. I'm done.
That is tough. Waiting for that ferry back.
Yeah.
I've had to take the cruise of shame, and and I agree with you. It's not as enjoyable, but it's still pretty cool.
Yeah.
But it's
the ride itself is cool. If you were a line to just be able to go straight onto the boat, like, I wouldn't mind it at all. But standing in line, it's like, I think both times it was like an hour long that I was waiting, and like, it's a service being provided, so I'm grateful for it. Right. But it just kind of triggers some of that, like, I have to pee, I'm gonna go home.
That's why you go over the boat. What's wrong with that? But from my perspective is especially on their hot nights, like they when they have the Blarney Gras and a couple of the there's another couple of the, I can't remember.
They have
the
a
names.
Fantasy night. They have Blarney Gras, Christmas in July. They have a whole.
Yeah,
Sly's been there a couple times.
We've had a boat for years, and
right.
Yeah.
we have kids now though, so I say don't go. And we go on a Thursday night for the boat races, and you could actually park right outside, and they'll come by, and sometimes they'll charge a fee or whatever, and you could watch from your boat. Because it's not the most kid friendly place.
I agree. Every day I think
I've been there. I've been there times where there have been fights and people dressed inappropriately, and just
like at the bar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not to say anything specific about that place. It's just a bar.
Right. Well, the cover photo for our show this week has all of the undergarments stapled to the What's that? So that, I don't know when those one night, but it comes today. So no, I hear you saying, you're having this awesome time. Bands are awesome. Everyone drink. And now all of a sudden it's wait for the boat, and then but that's like. You make friends with people on boats. The number of friends I had when I had a boat is unbelievable. I had more friends than I knew people existed. And then you get that boat and you find friends. Right. Mommy's on my daughter. She's all the time. She's good at it too. She sneaks up on me. Mom, got me again. Anyway, so we're going to talk about all that. We're going to talk about Blarney Island. Usually we talk about something that's a little more time. It's not like you can list this bit and be like, I want to go to Blarney Island this week.
Right.
Well, you could, but you just know
just there. For sure.
Right. They open it all in the winter, right? No snowmobiles either.
Nothing like that.
Are you allowed on the chain snowmobiles?
You are, yeah.
You are. But if you get into the water, you're screwed, right?
Well, so you can get a ticket for skitching across water. You're not supposed to do that, but there's sometimes no other option. There's water in front of you.